Hi, it's Brian with Reclaimed Republic. If this is your first time here, I'm a full-time eBay reseller and amateur YouTube content creator. On eBay, I sell everything from toys and tools, clothes, pots, pans, and just about anything in between. So you'll get kind of a better idea as we go through all the stuff that's sold here over the weekend. We've got 11 items that sold over the weekend. It was a little bit slow this past weekend and overall in the past week. I don't know if that's just me or that's for everybody, but I was delisting, relisting, listing items, sending offers, responding to any questions, just all over eBay last week, and it just seemed like it was a little bit slow. So that's okay. We're just going to keep chugging along. I'm going to get into the sales for this past weekend and get into one really big mistake that I made that is kind of buried here in the middle, so we'll get to that. But yeah, let's get into it. So just in order of the way they sold, we'll get into the sold items here. First item is this Pampered Chef. This is a pie plate. It's got a chip right there on the corner, or on the edge you can see. I did list that and pointed it out in the pictures really well so that the buyer knew exactly what they were getting. That one I paid up a little bit for. I paid $5 for it. Had just kind of come off of, or was in the middle of selling a bunch of Pampered Chef just before Christmas, and I found this piece and one other piece at an estate sale. They were $5 each. The lady running the estate sale was not bargaining at all. So I did go ahead and buy the items thinking I'd sell them pretty fast. I've had this one for about 6 weeks, so a little bit slower than I would like, but it did go out the door. Paid $5, sold it for $10.96 on an offer. This next item was a nice little pickup. This was free from a friend of my wife's. They got an iPhone. These earbuds were with it. They didn't want them. My wife didn't want them, so she passed them on to me. Got those for $0. Sold those for $8.89 plus shipping. Real simple sale. Next item is the Streets of SimCity PC game. Picked this up in a fill-a-bag sale at an estate sale for $5. The game wasn't $5. The whole bag was $5. I've sold probably $70 or $80 or so out of that $5 bag. So this, could say it was free. I just assigned a cost of 50 cents to it. I did make this isn't the big mistake, but I did make a mistake on this one. I sold it for $5.01 on an offer because I forgot that I had listed it free shipping. I didn't pay attention to that. So after I get it shipped and fees, I'm going to be very, very close to breaking even it. I might even lose a quarter or something on that one, which I'm a little bit bummed about. I didn't notice the free shipping part, but that's on me. So we'll get that out the door. Next item up is a pretty cool little piece. I was at an estate sale and picked up a whole bunch of advertising stuff, belt buckles, Zippo rulers, or Zippo tape measures, all sorts of cool stuff. Picked up a handful of these ashtrays, new in the box. It's a cool box too. It was made to be shipped. It's just got the, the from and the to right there on the box, so you can ship it. But they had a few different styles. The Dealer's Transit Inc., a trucking brand, was on all of them, but just different styles of ashtrays. I picked them up for $5 a piece. I did pay up a little more than I probably should have for those, but sent that one out the door for $13.92 plus shipping. The next item I don't have with me is a personal item. It's a DeWalt job site radio that has just stopped working, had a part replaced to it. It's about 25 years old now. But it stopped working, and rather than throw it away, I saw that they sold for parts on eBay, and listed it up, sold it for $21 plus shipping. That was my dad's job site radio, not my job site radio. So selling that for my dad. But yeah, $21 plus shipping. Just a good reminder that before you get rid of something that's not working, look on eBay and see if somebody still wants to buy it, because good chance they do. All right. Next item is these cool mugs. I picked these up at an estate sale. Same buyer bought both mugs. These are vintage siesta ware. not to be confused for Fiesta ware. But this is from the Movieland Wax Museum and Universal City Studios. These both from California. Little souvenir mugs with wooden handles and the gold bands around them. At that estate sale, they had a big cupboard full of mugs, and a lot of times you'll see mugs for like $1. And I walked in and they had a sign 5 for $1. So they had a lot of really cool, unique mugs. There's a couple others in previous videos I've already sold, but I picked them up for 20 cents a piece. So 40 cents for the pair, and sold them for, what was it, 1987 or something, 1978, plus shipping for the pair. Was glad to see those go out the door. Really cool find. I still have lots. I still have about 20 or so really cool mugs to go through. So, and then this next item. So this is gonna be my big mistake. This goes back to the retail arbitrage kind of saga I've been going through. Bought a bunch of stuff from Ross, a bunch of socks, hats, some shoes, and I've been selling them off just as fast as I can get them out of my inventory. I did not a great job getting them listed very fast, and by the time I was listing everything, it was flooded on eBay, and the race to the bottom on price was in full effect. So I'm probably going to be lucky if I break even. I may lose a little bit of money on that deal overall. But these I happen to pick up at Burlington Coat Factory. These are Adidas. This is Adidas Pharrell collaboration. These are an NMD, but I think it's called the Human Race Series. It says pelvis on the inside of the shoes in there. They're a good size. They're a size 10, which sells well. And I saw some sold comps for a different colorway, but the same shoe at around $60-65, and decided to give them a shot. Did not work out for me. So I've had those listed for about 3 months now, something like that. Paid $33 for them. I ended up selling them on an offer finally for $32.71 plus shipping. After fees and everything all in, I'm probably going to lose somewhere in the neighborhood of $10 on that, $5 to $10 on that deal. You know, not a perfect scenario, but it's, you know, for me, it's a reminder to not just dive into a whole new sourcing channel until you have done your due diligence, and just make sure you know what you're doing. So I saw some other folks having some success with it, watching their YouTube channels, and just decided to, I thought I was going to dip my toe in the water on retail arbitrage, and I stuck my toe in, and I was like, oh, this is, and I just shoved my whole leg down there into the water, and not a great idea, but I did. Digging my way out of it and getting rid of the inventory. So glad to have some money back in my pocket that I can put into good inventory. Next item up, this is a cool one. This little Corning Visions saucepan. This one I'm going to have to pack much more carefully. I mean, I pack all my stuff carefully, but than a typical saucepan because it's all glass. But really cool color. It's in really good shape. And picked that up at a garage sale for $5. Sold that one for $19.89 plus shipping. That one I just listed this past week, so it went out the door pretty fast. Next item is this cool little stuffed horse. This is a vinyl stuffed horse, very vintage. Picked this up at an estate sale. The estate sale I went to in the very first video on this channel, I picked this up. It was in a box with a whole bunch of other stuff. I ended up assigning a cost to it of $2 and sold it for $14.32 plus shipping, which surprised me. Whenever I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's some really cheap toy thing. And then I noticed it was actually hand stitched and decided to look it up. And yeah, glad I did. It's a really cool item. And then the 11th item is this Mooly grater. I picked this up in a lot of free cookware off Facebook Marketplace. They had a something you'll see in another video, but they had some rolling pins and all sorts of cool stuff they were getting rid of because they weren't baking anymore and or cooking. really. And yeah, picked that up. So $0 for that. Sold that for $12.89 plus shipping. And that's it for the weekend. It was a little bit of a slow weekend, not a big deal. So I'm just going to keep pushing forward through Q1 and just keep really improving on my inventory, the way I'm buying my inventory, just to ensure that I get the most profit possible. If you enjoy content like this, check out the video below. I'll have linked. If you have any comments or questions, please do leave those down below, and I'll answer as best I can and get back to you pretty quickly. But other than that, I hope you have a great day. Thanks.